Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Kindred Kitchen. This is V and Pam's behind the camera today.
Hello.
And today I'm bringing you a very traditional Indian subculture dish, which is Sindhi. I am a Sindhi. I come from a Sindhi background. I'm married into a Sindhi family, but this is a very traditional dish. It's something that is considered, today we're having this, which is called Sael Bhaji. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking S-A-I-L, and then Bhaji means vegetable, but it's not S-A-I-L, it's S-A-E-L, but that's
Sael
how,
Bhaji.
yeah, Sael Bhaji, that's what it's called. It's like you're sailing away. But, so the common thing, the very common thing about this is the whole bunch of garlic, the ginger, the tomatoes, and the whole bunch of cilantro.
Okay, that is a lot more than you usually use, and a lot more garlic than you usually use.
It's very potent garlic wise, and
but that makes it good for you.
Yeah.
Garlic is such a good anti-infection,
Before we head on, this is the garlic from Pam's garden. It smells. I tell you, it's different. It's like the moment you start peeling it, you can smell it.
We had such a bountiful crop of garlic this year. I swear.
You know, every time I peel it, I'm like, oh, I can smell it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so the traditional recipe contains the okra and the potatoes, right? But you know us, we like to veg things up.
Gotta be 50-50.
So, yeah. So what I'm doing is, I know I have these, and you know the herbs and everything, that's good. But I'm gonna add some green beans to it. And also, the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add spinach to it. Now, my mom would not do this, and she would also fry the okra, and everything in here would be fried. So I have taken out that step completely, and this is going to be an oil-free one. And what I did, I had some boiled potatoes, so all I did was peel it and just chop it up. And I'm going to tell you how I did the okra, because okra tends to get slimy, right? So this is what I did. I cut the top and the bottom, and then I just go through the middle and I make a slit. Just like that. Open it like a book. Not all the way, just like a book. And then what I did was I air fried it at 400 for 15 minutes. And that took care of the slime. You can see they're not slimy anymore. Just a bit, but I didn't fry it, you know. So that's my way of, making this.
And I will say, cooking okra a lot of different ways. If you cook it with something acidic like your tomatoes,
it takes care of the slime.
That will cut the slime down to the slime factor. But now, I don't mind the slime.
Yeah, I mean, when it cooks down, it doesn't bother me that much, And
it's great in soups and stews because that'll help thicken it.
Yeah.
Thicken your...
So, and also after you cook it, the slime factor kind of goes down too. So you don't need to fry it. I know a lot of people fry it because that takes care of the slime, but no. Stay right here. We're not frying it. So before we head on to the recipe, I'm going to show you this real cool gadget. But before that, I want you to go down and give us a thumbs up. And while you're down there, go ahead and subscribe. So this gadget, it has these blades in there, as you can see, right? And everything I put in there is going to fall onto the bottom.
Oh, okay, let me see.
And this is what
So it's like a little bit, a base.
Yeah, it's like a handheld food processor. Yeah. And this is traditional also when it comes to this recipe. Now, you can put these and grind it in a food processor. I like it to be, the garlic and stuff. It's not exactly, it's like a food process. It's not completely.
You want it in pulse on your food processor, not leave it in there until it's pureed up.
But if you don't like the texture of the herbs and stuff, then might as well blend it all up in a blender. That's fine too. The flavor is there. But I like it like a food processor texture. I want the bits of garlic and ginger to come while I'm eating them. And it's not super potent when you're cooking it. It's not super potent. So even those little bits, they just add texture more than anything else, and flavor, of course. So what I do is, like, I'm gonna start with my garlic here. I'm just gonna...
How many cloves?
Okay, I use two.
2 bulbs?
I use 2 bulbs, and I have about 4-inch piece of ginger here, and I have 4 tomatoes. And the cilantro is a whole bunch. It's a whole bunch. And you can add more if you want.
I see this.
Yeah, see? It's pretty cool.
Oh, You can start to smell that garlic as
Yeah.
it's being minced up.
Yeah.
That's easier than trying to chop 2 bulbs of garlic into
it
a
is.
minced size.
Yeah.
You
No.
do this to the garlic.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it to the garlic, the tomatoes, and the cilantro, and the spinach.
Okay.
Now, see this up here? Look at it there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that is a ton.
Yep. So I'm gonna keep going with this. I'm gonna keep doing this, and then I'll come show you the final product. All right, so I grinded up everything in my little, you know, handheld food processor. This is the garlic, ginger, the tomatoes, and this is the greens, the spinach and the cilantro.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
Actually,
I did the whole bag.
surprising. A whole bag of spinach.
Yeah,
It kind of
that's-
grinds down to very
Yeah.
little.
So I'm just gonna put these in here, and I had the pan going, so you can hear the sizzle. And I'm gonna cook these down a bit. And I want the raw garlic and ginger to cook down a little bit. I'm gonna add the greens. Am I dripping everywhere?
No, I was just noticing there are no beans or lentils or anything in this dish.
Yep. Now, as those start to cook down, I'm gonna add my spices, and I'm probably gonna add some water because I want to cook the beans, because the potatoes and the okra are part cooked, so they don't need to cook that much.
Yeah.
But this masala needs to cook down a bit, so you know. Am I splattering myself?
I don't think so. Are you?
I don't think so. Just alright, I'm gonna let that start cooking. It'll take about 5 minutes for everything to
And then you're gonna add your spices?
Yeah, and I'm gonna put the lid partial lid on it. Alright, so as you can see, everything's bubbling down. Look at that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my spices.
Tell me how much.
Okay, let me grab a teaspoon measure
So you know how much?
so I know how much.
Well, I'm gonna need to know later, and all of our viewers are gonna need to know.
Yeah, so, alright.
And I will put everything down in the description box below, so you don't have to be
Right.
taking notes.
Yeah. So this is about,
It's about a tablespoon.
yeah, about a tablespoon, and I'm still gonna put a little bit more.
So that's your teaspoon. measure.
Yeah, and then 1 teaspoon of cumin.
And that was coriander before, right?
Yeah, and 1 teaspoon of turmeric. A little bit of cayenne. Usually I would, that's about 1/4 teaspoon. Usually we would grind up a jalapeno in it, but I didn't. So I would put about 2 teaspoons of salt. And now the dry mango powder. Now I'm gonna put about 1 tablespoon of that in there. Because I want the...
Yeah. I have come to really like dry mango powder.
Yeah, it just, I'm telling you, it does something.
And it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's there, you just throw it in.
Alright, here's my tablespoon. I'll probably do 1.5 tablespoons. Okay. And I think I got it. And I'm gonna stir this up. As you can see, the spices kind of took up some of the
Liquid.
yeah. I think I'm gonna add 1 more teaspoon of turmeric. And what I will do here is, because my okra and potatoes are par cooked anyways, I'm gonna throw my green beans in here so they can cook.
How much green beans did you
That
was about a cup and a
Yeah,
half.
about a cup and a half. And you
And
can,
those are just fresh green beans.
yeah, just fresh green beans. Now what I am gonna do is, to help this cook, I am gonna add a little bit of water. And it's about
A half a cup?
Yeah. And I'm just gonna let that cook. It'll take about maybe 10 minutes or so for the beans to cook. And then we'll come back, add the okras, add a little bit more water, and let those cook for a little more.
Okay. Okay, so you added the potatoes.
I added the potatoes, my okra,
cup of
and a
water.
cup of water, and stir everything together. Now I'm gonna bring up the heat back to high, and I'm gonna let this go for like maybe 5 minutes. Maybe,
warm it all up and
just warm
let them
everything.
get to know each other.
Yeah, let them all become friends so we can eat them.
Okay.
All right, so 5 minutes.
Delicious.
Welcome back. So here we have it.
It's all sizzling hot.
Yep.
All the steam.
Yep. You gotta relieve the pressure.
It looks
But
good.
here
I'm
you
so
have
hungry.
it.
Because you know, we eat what we cook. So
Yeah.
this is our lunch today.
Yep.
And I'm hungry.
But here you have it. Everything is nice and cooked. And see, it's not slimy.
Yeah, no, it's not. And I know people are hesitant about okra sometimes for
Yeah.
that reason, because they think of it as being slimy.
But see, nothing is slimy.
Yeah.
So, and here you have it.
It's all good.
Yep. Now, I did wanted to say you can cook it with whatever vegetables you have on hand, making the base the same way, the garlic, ginger, tomatoes, and cilantro. But it smells so good. You know, it's
And I
that,
think like you added that whole bag of spinach
Yeah.
that really bumped up the veg in there.
Yeah. So you can add whatever veggies you want to it. I would recommend that whatever veggies you add some potatoes to it, because something about potatoes being cooked in this masala, it just tastes so good.
And it also makes it more of a 50-50
Yeah,
meal.
yeah. So you can have this, and it's not really hard to make. As you can see, you can just put the herbs and everything in a food processor, pulse it up, cook it, and it took us about less than 30 minutes to get this ready. So it's not something that takes a whole bunch of time, but I promise you the flavors are really, really nice on this. Now, while you're still here, I wanted to let you know, head on over to Kindred Vegans and sign up for your newsletter so you can get news from us every month. And while you're there, don't forget to head on over to Instagram and follow us at KVegans, and we share everything we eat in a day. Like, we're gonna eat this today, so it's gonna be on there. But don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you back next week. Bye.
Bye.